So while my sauce is cooking down, I thought I'd try two different ways to use that giant zucchini. And it turns out the center is the mushy, seedy part, and there's very little flesh. So there's really no point in growing one this large. So when I removed all of that mealy, seedy flesh, I ended up with pieces that look just like a regular zucchini. So size, like we could find in the market. So I'm going to try it two ways. One using big slices and one using normal slices. And you kind of, you're rolling these up because we're making cannelloni. So we don't really want, okay, so those are the right thickness. You want to be able to roll them. But I don't really see how I'm going to get filling in those. So that's not maybe the right experiment. So let's try the big thick side. This could be better. And I have to make sure I don't hurt myself. Okay, it's sticking and I don't want to hurt myself, so I gotta get, oh, those look good. Can they be rolled? Yeah, they can. They're breaking. Can this be rolled? Not really. So let's do a thinner size. And I think I need the, I can't find it. Luckily, I have, okay, that's too thin, isn't it? Way. Okay. Piece of skin. That's too thin. And let's try this one. And maybe if I do it fat size down, this will work. And will they roll? Yes, but they're breaking. Not sure what I'm going to do here. Sometimes it's better just to use small things. Small, like regular sized cucumbers. This is a zucchini, not a cucumber. Sorry. Okay, that's not working. Although it is rolling. I have to look for the shield for my hand. I'll be right back. Let's try this again. Okay. I'm going to use the shield from my hand. Can we roll it? Maybe. We'll see. I'll save all these attempts. We'll see. That's a good thickness. Like that. Anyway, you can see I'm experimenting here because I've never used such a giant zucchini before. And I would like to try with the smaller size, using the guard and just, yeah, using the guard. And you might be asked why I'm not using my sheeter. The fact is, my sheeter, these are nice. I like those. I'm just going to use these. Thinner. But my sheeter will not sheet something this shape. And it won't sheet a zucchini this big. It can only really handle vegetables about 10 inches. So I think I'm just going to go with these thin slices. That'll mean the cooking time is quicker and the oven doesn't have to be on as long or at such a high heat. Yeah, I'm going to use these. They look just like you would have if you had regular zucchinis, size zucchinis. So that's what I'm going to do. That's the plan. I have this one and this one to slice. So see you on the other side. So now we're getting on to our filling. I want to heat up this pan with some oil, and we're going to wilt the spinach with garlic in the oil. After that, we're going to drain it thoroughly, and I need to find a colander. This one should do. I'm trying to, sorry for the banging. So this marinade in here, looking good, smelling, tasting great. I should get it out of my way. I want to, move it somewhere safe. I don't know if that's safe. Anyway, so that can go in the sink where we're draining. I want to get the garlic here. It's a couple of cloves. Chopped. Not really chopped, just sliced. We want to flavor the oil. And I think because this is not baby spinach, it's grown spinach, that it would be good to slice it, even though it's cooking down, but they're going into tiny little packets. And that can go right in. And I don't think it has to be on totally high heat. So we just slice it down. And this will wilt, as you've probably experienced. You might end up with hardly any left. It'll be a tiny little bit. That's why I have to decide how much ricotta I should use. Is it ricotta or ricotta? I would say ricotta, but there's two T's. I don't know. Okay, so we're slicing down. And I forgot the lid in my underneath. Ow. So I won't be using the lid to wilt it. It'll just have to wilt using my tongs. Hold on. Which tongs? These tongs. You know. And it's on medium. Oh, it's also nice to, we need to season as we go along for this. This is the filling. There's some pepper, pinch of salt. That also helps to get the water removed. Like I said, we have our ricotta. I kind of cut myself. I did sharpen that just before. So this is ricotta. The liquid's on the bottom. It's a low salt, low sodium version, and it's not very runny. So that's quite nice to have. And it's half a pound. Meanwhile, let's get this wilted down so that it's edible. I see some pieces are still large. We're going to, after it drains, we're going to add it to our ricotta filling with nutmeg. I'm going to use chives, and I'm going to add Parmesan to it. I will be topping with mozzarella and Parmesan, but I just want to show you what's going on right now. Okay, so we have our ricotta. I have a pound of ricotta, but I did not buy enough spinach. I realized that when I got home, so I'm going to use half a pound. Okay, so we don't want to burn it. Maybe throw in a little oil to keep it from burning. It's wilted. I could chop some up again. I probably will chop this because I see large stems. I'm so used to using baby. Um, I'm so used to using baby spinach that I don't. I didn't think to chop it finer. And the thing is, it's like adult spinach is $2 cheaper. Oh, there's more. What was I thinking? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I need to get my spoon out, and I have to cook some more. I guess cutting my finger kind of confused me. Okay, temperature's still at medium. I'm going to, I'm on a rush here now. I'm going to add oil and chop some more. Chop the rest of the adult spinach, or the fully grown spinach. There's going to be nutmeg, chives. Could use basil, but I don't have it because I'm in a food desert. So, okay, chopping, chopping, chopping. Put it in. I don't know, I'll turn the whole thing off. I don't want fried spinach. I'll turn the whole... See, electric stovetops don't respond. You have to literally remove the pan. I'm not trying to fry it. And because it's going crazy on me, I'm putting it all in now. I can hear it smack and fry. I'm not trying to fry. I'm trying to wilt. You hear that sound? That's not the sound you want. Alright. I'll be right back to you after I've... You have to... when this is... We're going to be pressing down on this mixture so that the liquid comes out. I'll be right back with you. Okay, folks, now we want to finish up with our filling. I have here maybe a half a teaspoon of freshly ground nutmeg. So we're just going to put that in. I have chives. I would use basil normally, but I like, chives with cheese is nice too. So let's get them all in there. It's 2 tablespoons probably. Then I'm going to season with salt and pepper. Remember, it's low sodium ricotta. And I want to add, now what isn't low sodium is, I'm going to add about a 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan, just to pump it up a bit. And then we have, so get that mixed in, la la la. This is going to be really good if I can get those rolls rolled. It's going to be excellent. So now we have our spinach, and I've pressed it, so there's no liquid left. And I've tasted it, and the garlic and the seasoning's very nice. But like I said I didn't chop it well enough before. These are going to be small, bite-sized, or close to bite-sized, maybe enough for 3 bites each. So we don't want giant pieces of stems sticking out of our cannelloni. So let's get that in there. And if it looks like there's too much, that's an easy fix. I have more ricotta. I'll do this, I'll judge with my eyes to see what the ratio looks like in the end. Oh, I don't think it's too much. Kind of looks good. We want this to be healthful, although there sure is a lot of cheese. But these cheeses are not, bad for you. This cheese, mozzarella, for the top might not be the most great, but for your heart, or your cholesterol, or whatever you're measuring. Anyway, I'm glad I cut that down because this looks really good. And I just want to keep mixing it. So here's how we begin. Got to make a little room for yourself, which is difficult. This is off now. It's warm, but it's off. This is my baking tray. We're going to put a layer, just like you would a lasagna or a traditional cannelloni, a layer of sauce on the bottom. And, you remember these things boil up a bit. But I have a lot of sauce, so I'm not worried about running out. Now we're going to do our trick, which is in fact tricky. I have my zucchini pieces under a damp cloth. I did that so that they would stay flexible. And now I'm going to begin. We're going to begin rolling these up by placing a tablespoon of filling, and we're going to roll it like that. And I might cut, where's my little one? I might cut the end off so it's not too thick. And we're just going to place them in the tray like that, like you would cannelloni. So these are cannelloni, they're just not made with pasta. They're made with zucchini sheets. And all you need is the mandolin to create the sheet. It took me a little time to figure out what thickness would be good. And these are the thicker cannellonis. The wider, I should use correct language, the wider, more precise language version of the zucchini. So now I want to show you how you do the thinner version. By the way, the oven's heating up to 385. Here's what you would normally have, and you would just use 2 of them, like this. That's what I would do. Can you see it? Yeah. So if you had the normal sized, you would use, and these are quite thin, so I would probably double up some of them, and triple in this case. Just use your judgment. And these work too. They just work like this. And then you use both slices. They have to overlap, pretty obviously. They overlap. And then they actually look better in a way. They have this green stripe. So we're just going to snuggle them. And the more you snuggle, you don't need toothpicks, because they will stay together. So here's some very thin ones. I'll just use a little less. Is that less? I don't know. A little less filling. And yeah, that works. So I'm just going to keep doing this. I want the good ones that will fold. Some of them are, because I struggled figuring out the thickness. Let's try this one. I know it's going to be good because I know how these ingredients are together. They're spectacular. Anyway, I won't show you everything. I mean, I am showing you everything. I just don't think you need to watch me do the entire bowl, baking tray. I'm just going to keep going and get back to you at the baking stage. Okay, lovelies. Everything's packed in. Now, you see, when I got to the end, I had to resort to toothpicks. No problem. If you were using pasta, you would never need that. But some of these roll-ups were a bit tough. So now it's time to do what you would do with any cannelloni or lasagna. Is top with more sauce. Just remember to tell your guests there's toothpicks. Okay, we're going to top. Well, we just want to cover it. We don't want to hide them. Their sauce is going to be great. It's great now, but when it's baked. So we just want to fill in the edges. And, of course, the heat will do the charm with the spreading. It will spread out and it will bubble. So now it's time to add the mozzarella. And I like a lot of it. And we're going to cook this for, I don't know, 390, I guess, for 20 to 30 minutes. Is that too much? I could save some for myself. And then I think I'm going to throw in a little bit more of the Parmesan for that salty piquant flavor. And I would throw on more herbs if I had them, but I'm deciding I'm just going to throw in some pepper for a little extra zing. Pepper flakes would be good too. Anyway, it's ready for the oven at 390, middle rack. I'll check it at 20 minutes. So I actually upped the heat to 400 and I cooked for 30 minutes, or yes, 30. I wanted to get some browning on the top, which I have. But that sauce is bubbling ferociously and I need to get it out. And it's a glass bowl. Oh, isn't that beautiful? Yeah, that's beautiful. Okay, so just a little browning, just enough. And all that juice is going to settle down. But I can't do any plating until I've tinted it with some foil. But I just want to show you how it looks. It looks quite nice. So yeah, that's it. When it cools down, it's going to take a while. I'll plate it up and show you how it worked. Or didn't in either case.